Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. And we have another special guest, three special guests in a row. Riley, my student Riley, thank you for taking your time out of your day to do this. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
Oh,
How can I
your
help you?
camera's gone. And he's back. Okay. Yeah, awesome, dude. First of all, I want you to kind of introduce yourself, but also kind of talk about how we first got started working together a while ago, and then we worked together again, and then now we're here. Can you give us a little bit of a backstory of your journey so far?
Yeah, so I've been in the e-commerce space for about 3 years. My first year, I was just focusing primarily on organic, so I wasn't in the paid ads section yet. Then I started watching YouTube videos on paid ads. I came across Noah Brewer's channel, the Spark ads, his whole playlist about that. Dude, that was a long time ago, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, I seen that he was doing mentorships and booked a call with him, and he said that he had you as a student, and then that was a more affordable option for me at a time, and it turned out to be a great option. And here we are today doing paid ads with Blayton.
Got it. So yeah, when we first started working together, that we were focusing on TikTok ads. Um, I don't think we ever scaled anything together, but you were always still staying active. And then even when we stopped the mentorship, you were still testing on your own. Um, is that right? You didn't like quit dropshipping, you just kept going and then came back to me for Facebook. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I just tested the most or I guess the most products I've tested. I've been through TikTok. Me and you were working together, and we could get like a sale or two here or there. And then we just stopped the mentorship for a little bit. I just tried doing it on my own for a little bit. And then I eventually found a winner, which is what I'm still running today. Brought that over to Facebook, and you've been helping me scale that to this day.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen real quick and show the people the numbers of the store to give them some more context about what we're talking about today.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here are the screenshots. I believe this one is this the first month of the product?
Yep, first month.
Okay, is this all Facebook, a little bit of TikTok, both? What is it?
Straight meta.
Straight Meta. Okay. Damn, you scaled up pretty quickly from here. It looks like you were doing under $500 a day, and then by the end of the first 30 days, you were just touching 1K per day.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, and then this one is last month, so a 27K month. Looks like you're doing 1K days and then a little bit more, 1.5 towards the end of August.
Yep.
Cool. And then this is the lifetime view. This is a great freaking graph right here. I wish it was the old Shopify with the bars. It would look way cooler, but this is an amazing growth. So since July, I've done 108,000. And yeah, I guess our first question is what is your total profit percentage, if you know?
Yeah. So right now we're averaging about 15 to 20% daily, but over the
Okay.
whole time it's been about 20.
Awesome. That's great to hear. If people are new to dropshipping, new to e-commerce, anything above 15% is a very healthy e-commerce store. And people are even happy running on 10 to 15% margins. And then when you start scaling to some crazy numbers, literally anything above 5% can be good, depending on how hard you're pushing. But yeah, congrats on that, dude. It's a very healthy store, and there's a lot of future left for this store in particular.
Yeah, man. Super pumped about it.
Yeah. Okay, so again, where are you advertising? 100%. Is it 100% on Meta? Do you have any Google ads going on right now?
Yeah, just 100% meta, just focusing on scaling on that.
Okay. Are you doing any email marketing with it or no?
No, I haven't done any of that.
Okay. Gotcha. And then yeah, let's talk about how you found this product. What were some of the product research methods that you followed to find it?
Yeah, so back when I was testing on TikTok, I used to use spy tools, which I don't do anymore now that I transitioned over. But I was lucky enough to find that product, which ended up being a banger. And yeah, I just brought it over to Facebook and it's been working good.
So you found it on a spy tool?
Yep.
Okay, got it. What
Yeah,
what
just
spy
on
tool?
PP ads.
PP ads? Okay. Oh, so it was running on TikTok, and so you took the product from TikTok onto Facebook.
Yep.
Got it. Interesting strategy. Do you think you're gonna stick with that strategy for your next product, or if you want to open up another store?
No, it seems like kind of the move is just doing it through the Facebook library. I know that's the one that you recommend, and I've gone through it the past couple months, and I found a few products that I could just keep in my pocket just in case I want to test something.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the future, definitely, I think that's the move. I think PP ads wouldn't be a bad option still because I think they have Facebook implemented on there.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, other than that, I like doing organic too. I think looking on Instagram and TikTok is a good route too, especially TikTok Shop. I think there's a lot of good products on there.
Yeah. So was it just an intuitive decision to say, hey, I'm gonna look at TikTok ads products and take it to Facebook, or was it because the product, your target market was more on Facebook? Like, what was the actual reason, or were you just tired of running TikTok ads? Um, what was it?
Just looking at the statistics from TikTok, it seemed like a lot of my target audience was just middle-aged people.
Mm,
So obviously you move that over to Facebook, you're gonna have a much wider audience with that. And it's definitely shown with the results. And yeah, I think moving to Facebook was definitely the better move, especially for this product.
yeah, interesting. There's definitely a lesson in there. I feel like without you knowing, you kind of did an extra step of market research and product market fit to spot that your target market was more so on Meta and Facebook and Instagram than TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a lot more younger adults on TikTok, which it can still appeal to, but most of my sales are coming from the middle age.
Got it. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about your experience with the coaching. So yeah, what made you decide to join Inside Out Marketing? One, for the first time, and then two, for the second time.
Yeah. Um, it really all started with Noah Brewer, and then you started posting on YouTube as well. And I feel like out of a lot of the guys you provide like some of the most value out of people
Yeah.
on YouTube. Um, And yeah, you just don't see a lot of that, especially with one-on-one coaching. I've been into other groups too, where it's just like you have group calls and everything, and you just can't get all the questions that you need, and just to have somebody you can talk to whenever you need to or have a question, you're just always there, and it's just super helpful. Even all the little stuff, that's what really helps scale up my business right now.
Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. And I completely agree. I mean, I still invest in myself in coaching. And group coaching has always been something that I've just don't learn the best in. I know it works for some people, but you're absolutely right. You can't get all your questions answered. You're also like sharing a mentor, and it's just kind of a mess. And I think it can work well if you know that's what you're getting. But for me, like I always want to learn one on one from the person himself.
Yeah, because I went to those guys after, or I guess one other group, and it just wasn't the same. I mean, it just the proof is in the concept of it. Like every product we were testing, it seemed like we were moving somewhere. On the other
Mhm.
one's just like, okay, it didn't work. Come back to me when you find something that has sales. That's not really how you should do coaching.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's talk about some of the skills that you've learned over the past couple years. What skills do you think really moved the needle um, to be able to find a winning product and also scale it?
Yeah. So first off, like being able to find a product that actually works, I think that's just like something you have to figure out on your own, just like testing and then seeing why it worked and the price point and the customer and everything. Then you get kind of an idea of what works. Um, and then after that, other than that, I guess the biggest thing that I've learned from this group is just like scaling, just the little things that I've asked you as far as like dealing with chargebacks, how to
Mhm.
structure your ad account, keeping everything organized. And yeah, man, last year was a mess. Like even running the same product, like I wasn't responding to any chargebacks or anything. Nobody was keeping me accountable. And I think that's something that you really get out of the one-on-one mentorship too.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. For me, staying organized is very important. So I try to have all my students follow kind of the same SOPs as far as like everything is run through like an Excel sheet, all
Yeah.
super organized in there. But it sounds like you really learn media buying and kind of intuitively over time learn the skill of product research, which is honestly very hard to teach. It's more of like I always say it's more of an art than a science and does take experience of testing products and failing and learning from that. Um, And then also like product market fit and market research, I would say is what really helped you excel with this product in particular.
Absolutely.
Cool. And then here's a question that I get all the time. And I'm curious, everyone's answer is different, but like how many products have you tested and how many products did it take you to start seeing some real success?
Yeah. For me personally, it did take me a little bit, but I think for my first sale, with paid ads, it probably took me about 10 products,
Hmm.
which I think is about the average. But over time, man, I've tested so many products. I bet you I've tested probably about like close to at least over 100.
Yeah, me too. Why didn't you quit? I feel like 100, dude, I feel like most people quit before 10 products. So how did you keep the same mindset and confidence and belief that, you would sit there and test 100 products?
Yeah. When I was just watching YouTube, like every night, just about dropshipping videos, they were all saying the same thing. I'm no different than you. You can do it if I can do it. All you got to do is just put the time in, be consistent, always be willing to learn. And yeah, eventually the results are going to come sooner or later. You just got to keep putting the time in.
Yeah. Easier said than done, but I completely agree, dude. It's a struggle at first and it takes a long time. And I've heard so many stories of people testing 100 products and it finally works. And I hear more stories about people testing 5 products and then quitting. So you really got to stick it through and yeah, there's no rush in the process. It just takes time.
Right.
All right, a couple more questions. Riley, like what part of the community did you like the most? Was it the coaching, resources, networking, the school videos, anything that stands out to you?
Honestly, the biggest thing why I'm in this program is just for the one-on-one coaching. I feel like just being able to pick your brain and knowing all the apps that you use on Shopify and split testing when the right time is to how much time you should give it. Um, Even as little as things like the product name, all that matters, and I didn't realize that. So
Hmm.
just learning all of that from you through your experiences, I think that's really what you should get out of the mentorship, and that's what's really helped me scale this business.
Awesome. Love it. Cool. Um, okay. I asked this from my last interview as well. What is one, drop some sauce here for the people watching. What's one thing that you believe every drop shipper should know or take away from your own experience?
Okay. I think I actually got this one from you, from
Okay.
one of your videos. If you don't know a product that you want to sell or don't know how to copyright just yet, um, go with something that you can relate to or you could find yourself buying. So you'll know the benefits that you'll want out of it, what you'll want to hear in order to buy something, the visuals that you want to see, pictures, GIFs, all that stuff. You'll know exactly what you'll want to see, and that'll definitely increase your chances of getting a sale if that's your goal, or to even stick within the niche. I think that's a really helpful tool and actually helped me with this product too.
Yeah, absolutely. I can talk about that a little bit more because my old business partner was really into cars and really knew the car or the automobile niche, and that's actually the first product that he tested and scaled, and it kind of just came to him as far as the copywriting, the store name, the product name. It was just easy to him because he would actually buy the product. He would actually see himself buying it. And yeah, you hit the nail on the hammer. Writing the copy comes more instinctively to you if you are actually the target market for that product. And it's a great way to start drop shipping rather than trying to find a niche that you have no idea about and you just start trying writing copy and you sound nothing like your target market. It just that just putting yourself um in in a tough situation to start seeing some profit. So yeah, I completely agree with that.
That's why I don't sell beauty products. I can't do that, dude. It's so hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I agree. You got to do a lot of market research and you need to see what type of languages your target market's using. And that's hard to like sit down and write and not try to sound like yourself, it's definitely a skill.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, finishing up, what are your goals for this store moving forward for Q4? Are you trying to scale it? Are you trying to sell it? Or you want to sell it next year? Want to keep scaling it next year? What's kind of your goal if you have any so far?
I think it'd be cool to sell it sometime next year. I just want to see how far I can take it as far as this year and if I can keep it consistent beginning into next year. But I think eventually down the line it'd be something I want to sell and then get into something I'd be more passionate about.
I completely agree. I think it's great to make your profits now with the store, and then when you sell it, that profit just hits different because there's no cash flow. It's a straight wire transfer, and then you're sitting in a much more comfortable position where you can reinvest into a store that you're really passionate about and growing, and maybe moving from drop shipping to more of a private label branding standpoint. And it's much easier to do that when you have a treasure chest of money that you just get from selling a store.
Right. Be my first one too. So it'd be pretty fun to do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, that's all the questions that I have for you, Riley. Is there anything you want to tell the audience before we get out of here?
Um, yeah, man. I mean, just don't give up. If you're a beginner watching this, you just got to stay consistent. It took me 15 products. I mean, if it takes you even more, don't give up. If you're in the organic space or paid ads, I mean, everybody else can do it. So can you. So keep pushing for that.
Awesome. Some very stoic and wise words from Riley there. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.